Welcome everyone, and thank you for tuning into the Card Cup brought to you by Jucado. This is Herbmon with his lovely co-caster NinaZerg.
Hi.
And we are going to get into game 1 on clay fields. So let the countdown begin.
To everybody who's watching, all 0 of you. Well, this will be in VOD form, so right?
Yep. Yeah, it's going to be VOD.
I hope so. Oh, this is going to be a VOD.
You're going to be internalized on YouTube.
This is not live.
No.
Oh man.
I mean, we could do it live, but I mean, there's currently everyone still watching the Filthy Cup, so.
Oh yeah, I mean that's going on. I was confused. I was like, why are we doing this at the same time?
But so spotting on the bottom right-hand corner as the teal Protoss, we have Bonyth. And yep.
he's very teal. So Tide 2 is spawning in the top right. He's purple. And as you know, when you're purple, you have an 88.3% win rate. So that's pretty good to have. This map has a lot of characteristics from maps like Ground Zero. I said before the game, Eye of the Storm came to mind. And oh, by the way, we do see a 10 gateway from Mr. Bonyth from Poland.
One of the things I like about this map is pretty much all the expansions are really like open. And I just noticed that there's Zerg eggs blocking ramps, so that's actually kind of unique.
Are those stacked? Do you have to bust them with like a
lurker or something that's got splash?
something with splash. Tide 2 is taking the proxy base first.
Yep, utilizing those Zerg eggs to make it so that the opponent can't scout his base out too quick. There's pretty smart tactics coming up from the Zerg player.
And he is going to block his ramp. And this is pretty characteristic of this pretty standard Tide 2 boilerplate sort of thing. Do you ever play against Tide 2 and you just see him blocking his ramp? Just build cannons everywhere. You can't be safe.
And especially if you don't see the natural. I mean, he has taken another expansion, but typically versus Protoss, you want to be going for a third as well. But that's that.
So Bonyth is going next for Forge, so I think he is feeling confident that there is not going to be an attack from Tide 2, even though he saw Lings at the top of the ramp. I don't know if that's a wise choice, because when you see that many Lings, it's very difficult for Zealots that are slow to actually deal with that. So, and let's see. Tide 2 is getting the lair. I think he might have gotten speed already. I didn't actually look. Still no Forge. We got the Cybernetics core, so obviously Bonyth wants to tech up as quickly as possible. But I think having defense would be good as well. Especially since he doesn't know exactly what Tide 2 is doing.
Well, he did just get the scout with the probe, seeing that there was a lot of Zerglings, so...
He had to have seen... I mean, at least saw the Zerglings on the ramp.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't see up the ramp because your vision is kind of weird on these
Oh, he just reassured himself. He sees a lot of Zerglings chilling on the top.
Okay.
Nope, and
Yeah,
throwing down
so
the
he,
forge too.
okay. Yeah, okay. There we go. He sees, now he knows for sure that's a lot. Couple idle probes. Pretty good time Stargate here. It should finish about, uh, at 5 minutes, so that's actually pretty good.
Yeah, so he skipped the forge to get everything down a lot faster. So really good game sense coming out from Bonyth, and just taking advantage of the fact that he sees that Tai2 is going for a heavy amount of Zerglings and not macro. So he knows that there's either going to be two things that's going to come out of the Zerg player, either a huge Ling aggression or a very quick tech. And he was able to scout up the Zergling production, but noticing that they didn't have speed, so he went for the tech, for the quick Corsair, and is actually going to pan out to be really good for him. And then throwing down the forge as soon as he's seen the high amount of Zerglings when he scouted up the ramp.
Yeah, it's a little bit curious that Tai2 did not get Zergling speed. But then again, he didn't really need that many drones. So I guess going Lings was like the ideal thing. So the Corsair heading straight north does pass over the proxy base that Tai2 set up and does see the spire. So now Bonyth is aware of this. He may have suspected it before because there's no natural from the Zerg, but now he knows for sure.
And two cannons being thrown down in the natural, and looks like just one in the main. So with the 4 Mutalisks and 1 set of Scourge coming to the main of Bonyth, it seems like, oh, 1 Corsair going down. That was actually a huge loss, and the second cannon going to be thrown down in response.
Like I said, you gotta just throw it on the cannons. Actually, the second star it's coming up, so it's gonna be trying to build a lot of Corsairs. It's not gonna do much good if Tai2 is able to camp over the main of Bana, which looks like it's gonna be the case. It's gonna be hard to get to that magic number of 5 Corsairs.
So all the probes are going to retreat out of the main into the natural to be covered by the additional cannons at the natural, and the Corsairs are going to slowly pop out of the Stargate. And it seems like Bonyth is feeling risky enough to attack with his 4
Oh no!
Corsairs.
Tai2 had his overlords rally. He had rallied all his units rallied to main, and so one of his overlords just flew into a cannon.
Oh, that is so unfortunate. But ooh, big loss right there, losing a Corsair. But with the double Stargate, he's going to be able to pump out a Corsairs a lot faster. And it looks like we're going to see the engagement coming in from Bonyth, focusing down a couple of the Scourge. Scourge get 1 Corsair, but it seems like the Corsairs are going to be way too strong for the Mutalisks. Oh, a little bit of lack of control there again, just losing the Corsairs 1 by 1. But it seems like Bonyth is going to be able to hold. And the GG goes down, and Tai2 takes game, or correction, Bonyth takes game 1.
That is correct, our good viewers. And our bad viewers. Some of you viewers are bad dogs.
All right, so let's get game 2 ready.
Usually when the mutalisks are usually when you take out the cannons and you get that first Corsair, you usually can just kill their main outright. So I think he was like very close to being able to do that.
Yeah, definitely. Game 1, game 2 is up. Same name.
Hey, Sean.
Alright, so we are about to start game 2 of the Card Cup tournament hosted by Jukato. And let the countdown begin. It will be on Clayfields 0.91.
My good puppies.
Oh.
And so, right, Tide 2 is in the brown. Not quite as good of a color as say, purple, but see, minerals should be visible for a worker to get there, Bonyth says. Tide 2 actually had an overlord over the mineral field, so he just clicked it. So all races have access with workers. I don't know if what he's saying is I haven't tried this map yet, but that's why Jukato is hosting this tournament, so people will play his maps, try my maps. If you're unfamiliar with Jukato, he's formerly Cardinal All-In, which I think was a much better name. That's just my opinion. Man.
Oh, he was Cardinal All-In?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know he changed his name.
Well.
Now I know. Knowing's half the battle. G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe.
Body massage.
Body massage.
Pork chop sandwiches.
Hey kid, you a computer? Alright, so we're gonna be seeing.
I don't know much about computers.
My mom downloaded a couple games. We're going to be seeing a in-base gateway coming out from Bonyth, and we're going to be seeing a pretty much identical build coming out from Tide 2 with the drone going to the 9 o'clock base hidden by the Zerg eggs and blocking the natural ramp with a drone. So
yes, I should point out that it is identical to the build in the first game, as Zerg cannot produce gateways.
Hi, my poopers.
The only difference now is Bonyth is going to be going for a one base tech as opposed to the one gate expand.
Yes, and this will yield him a quicker Corsair. I did notice that he got the Cybernetics core before his first zealot, so he was pretty confident there wasn't going to be a pool first build, which I don't know if that's smart to do when Tide 2 is playing, but he went ahead and did it anyway. And so, since Tide 2 is blocking his ramp again, you can only assume, oh, actually he's not going for the early Stargate, he's actually getting a robotics facility. So he's probably going to be doing some Dragoon Reaver type of attack.
Yeah, and with this being said, this might actually be a really bad thing for Tide 2 if Bonyth is able to scout out the 9 o'clock position, because if he drops any type of unit into the 9 o'clock base, especially a Reaver, that base is going to go down, because the only thing that's going to be able to deny any type of aggression at the 9 o'clock is units that spawn out of the hatchery, and more than likely it's just going to be nothing but drone production out of there.
Well, the fact that I believe Tide 2 is going for Mutalisk again, so Mutalisk will have the necessary mobility to actually get. Oh, Bonyth gets in the base. So, but yeah, the Mutalisk will be able to get in there if necessary. And for some reason, Tide 2 is attacking the egg. His Zerglings. I'm not sure what that's about, but they don't appear to be. I'm not sure if they're weakened or not. Oh well, we'll find out. We'll learn.
We'll learn together.
Oh, so a Hydralisk Den is actually being built. So not a Mutalisk. That's why he's attacking eggs. So the Hydralisk can get out.
Interesting.
Okay, so the shuttle is actually picking up a probe bringing it over to an island base.
Oh, no way.
Yep.
Awesome.
And there is a robotics support bay. Reaver is being built. No Dragoon range yet. But I think if Tai-2 had gone Mutalist this game, it would be very, very, very strong against this fight.
Of course.
But unfortunately, that's the way things go. Sometimes you just pick the wrong build.
So, fun fact, there is currently only one egg that blocks the ramp, as in, like, there's no multiple eggs stacked. So, once you kill one egg, it will open up the entrance, at least for small units. So, a little fun fact. And we're going to be seeing the expansion coming out from Bonyth at the 6 o'clock position. And we got some Zergling spreadage going down on the map just so Tai-2 can get some map vision. But it looks like Bonyth is just going to be able to get his shuttle without any type of detection.
Tai-2 seems to be aware of the Reaver and is prepping for a drop somewhere. Drop is going to Tai-2's second base, which has adequate defense, I believe. And pretty good there, using a Zergling to draw the Scarab away.
One thing
Zergling Massacre.
Yeah, right. Pop goes the Zerglings. And one thing I'd like to point out is Bonyth is really known for his exceptional Reaver shuttle plays, so we should be able to see some amazing work coming out from the Protoss player. Reaver is going to go right into the main, a Scarab going down on two of the Hydralisks. Both Hydralisks fall, but some more build Hydralisks are going to come in just to die. And huge shot on the drone line in the main. It looks like there's going to be a
Oh, he might get the shuttle. Alright, so that's definitely going to die. Yeah, there it goes. Not before doing a slight amount of damage. I think that, let's say, let's take a look at the populations here. This is going to put Bonyth up by 10 population, which isn't huge, but at the same time, Tai-2 is going to need to rebuild a lot of drones, which means he's not going to be able to put on as much aggression as I think he might have wanted to. And with two Reavers at the top of the ramp, the number of Reavers is only going to increase as the game goes on, which is going to make it increasingly difficult for Tai-2 to
as well.
For Tai-2 yeah, there's no way to say it without saying another two.
Yeah. The joys of casting.
You could, yeah. Okay, so there's gonna be two Tai-2 twos.
I'm sorry, what was that? No.
He thought there could only be one.
No. This is never just one.
Bonyth does have that 6 o'clock base. He's using the shuttle to put probes over there. Go, probes, go! Mine. Get the minerals.
Nah, they're taking a sweet little smoke break, you know? You don't want to work too hard as Protoss, you know?
Yeah, that's why you start playing Protoss. You got to know, I don't really want to work that hard, but I want to win games. So then you play Protoss, and
then it's easy peasy lemon squeezy. But it looks like we're going to be able to get a Reaver, and that Reaver's going to get 3 kills on the drone line at the second expansion. I guess you could call it the third now, since the natural is being utilized. Reaver's going to come in, going to possibly get some more drone kills, dropping the Reaver behind the mineral line, and only getting able to get 1 drone due to the fact of the AI of the Scarab. If the units Scarab is attacking are going the same direction as the Scarab sometimes goes null.
it goes, yeah, it just goes bonkers. But the thing is that because Tai-2 was going for that early aggression, he used a lot of his larvae for units rather than drones. I mean, drones are a unit, but I mean like warrior units. You know what I'm talking about, people.
Work with her.
Work with me here. So, shuttle.
Shuttle.
Okay,
Oh,
shuttle's okay.
Shuttle took a lot of damage.
Shuttle's okay.
We love you, Shuttle.
Whew.
Alright.
Because when he went for that early aggression, a lot of his units, or a lot of his larvae were spent on units as opposed to drones, and now he doesn't have. He has a lot of hydras just sitting around, but his economy is not that great at the moment. It's not terrible, but I don't think it's where you would want to be at like 10 minutes into the game, especially if the Protoss is going up to 3 bases, which is the case at the moment.
Yes, and that's one of those things with Zerg. It's really hard to balance out both economy and unit production as opposed to Terran and Protoss because you have to utilize larvae in a very specific manner. If you try dividing them both up evenly, you just kind of in an awkward limbo area, and typically the Terran and or Protoss will be able to just steamroll you. The only time you can really decide like one drone here, one link there is in ZVZ, and like yeah, popping out a drone is very risky.
Giving birth to a drone is very risky.
So,
But hatcheries do it all the time.
all the time.
Yes, they do.
God bless them.
God bless the
Their
hatcheries.
wife or I are.
No, it's for the Overmind.
Yeah, God bless the Overmind.
God bless the Overmind. Or the Overmind is pretty much their god, so
Yeah, technically. But
Overmind bless. That is actually the second Corsair that I've seen him lose. He's
Yes.
just flying over hydras.
So Tai-2 is actually going to be moving out with a ginormous army of Hydralisks working their way across the
They're
map.
making their way downtown to, I would assume, Bonyth's Natural, which is pretty well protected.
I really like the ramps.
Oh, they're getting the Overlords. He's gonna drop in the main.
He is going to drop in the
This
main.
is gonna be really, really bad for Bonyth.
You think so? He's got a lot of Reavers.
Yeah, but Reavers are slow. That's why they need to get in a shuttle, because they are so fat. And there are no cannons. There's nothing in the base.
Yeah, there is just nothing but Hydralisks now, and this is not looking good. The Reaver's going to be able to get one Scarab shot off, again, a couple of Hydralisks, but it just seems like there's going to be way too much Zerg here for the Protoss to deal with this efficiently. And Zealot's going to be...
Meanwhile, at Tai-2's base, there is harassment going on. So there's actions on both sides of the map.
Oh, interesting. So
Wait.
actually, if Bonyth is able to hold this, he might just be able to win the game straight up.
Straight up and down. Oh, it doesn't have Zealot speed. That's interesting. He is upgrading at his Citadel of Doom, and the drop seems to be mostly cleared up. More units are coming in.
Ooh, that last Reaver did... Oh, actually, there's one more Reaver in the natural, but due to the pathing, it caused him to go completely out of the way. And this might be the last bit of units coming out from Tai-2 to aggress into the main of Bonyth. So if Bonyth is able to clean this up, he won't have to worry about anything for a little while. Some additional Zealots spawning out of the gateway to be able to provide a little bit of defense. But due to the fact that they do not have any upgrades, the Hydralisks are just going to be able to micro their way to victory. Corsairs are going to come in here to try to kill up, clean off the Overlords, but it doesn't seem like they're going to be able to get a good a good range on it. And
so if that second Reaver would come up the ramp, then
Boy? You good boy?
then we'd be all good, right? Right?
Maybe. Oh, second Reaver actually just spawns out of the robotics facility, so he does have a Reaver in each base. But
He's probably gonna need a couple to finish this off, and then with the amount of harassment that he's done,
ooh, that was a nice shot.
I think the fact that he has a couple bases he'll come out ahead if he can survive, can hang on. That second Reaver and then
Ooh, and Tai-2 taps out. And then GG goes
Oh.
down, and Bonyth is able to take game 2.
Oh, that was so close, because that Reaver at the natural for Bonyth was just sitting there. I was like, that needs to do some work, otherwise he's gonna lose his main. But he didn't lose his main. So
Yep, I guess that's the way the cookie crumbles. And it looks like Bonyth was able to take the entire series 2-0. And that wraps up this portion of the tournament. Of course, this is Card Cup brought to you by Jucado, aka Cardinal All In. So we will be back with some more games once we get the replays. But until then, thank you for tuning in. This is Herbmon and NinaZerg signing out.
bye.
Bye.